You see a tall Irish gentleman with red hair who acts like a cop.
How are you, Detective O'Reilly?
Just fine, lassie. You're looking lovely this evening.
Detective O'Reilly, has 1926 been a good year for you?
Oh, most definitely, lass. I've put away more criminals this year than you'll ever see in your whole life.
That makes it both a bad year and a good year, doesn't it, Detective? I mean, if there were that many criminals on the loose to begin with, we must be in some sort of crime wave.
You see it your way, lassie, and I'll see it mine. If you ask me, missy, they're blowing the whole thing out of proportion. Begorra, you'd think that something important had been stolen.
You don't consider a priceless Egyptian artifact to be important?
Listen, girlie, if I chased down every petty theft that occurred within the nastier segments of the population, I'd be working 30 hours a day.
I would hardly call the Leyendecker Museum a nasty segment of the population, Mr. O'Reilly. And if you're referring to our Egyptian visitors, shame on you. And don't call me girlie.
By me father's whiskers, you're a fiery one, Miss Laura. All right, I won't call you girlie, little lassie. Now there's a man who doesn't know his head from a hole in the ground. Sure and begorra, anyone who'd allow his paper to print letters criticizing the police farce is downright addled.
It is better to know...
That fella is just too big for his britches, that's all I have to say. Someone ought to take him down a notch or two. He's got too many brains, that one. He thinks he's better than us all. He's the wee pest who likes to hang around the station house. In fact, I thought he was supposed to cover this so-called event. Oh well, no big loss. That man is a few cards short of a full deck, but he always presses me pants, just like me sainted mother used to do. I think I've heard of your father, over in New Orleans, isn't he, lass? They say he was pretty good, for one of those southern boys.
It is better... It is better...
That man is a human weasel. Stay away from him, lassie. That woman is downright unnatural, Miss Laura. I'd stay away from her if I were you. She keeps asking me if I've got any scars, don't you know? Now there's a lovely girl. A real lady, don't you know? He's not much of a security guard if you're asking me. How could I trust a man who allowed a thief to waltz right in here and steal one of the exhibits if he didn't do it himself? He hasn't even got an alibi for the night of the burglary, since he was here alone. I don't like that wee fella. Think he's light in his loafers, don't you know? He seems nice enough, but I wouldn't trust anyone who works on the docks. They're pretty rough company for a wee lass like you. Now there's a slippery old bat. If she's royalty, then I'm Rudolph Valentino. The Tribune is a hotbed of yellow journalism, young lady. You should find yourself a better place to work. Have you considered being a secretary?
Detective O'Reilly, the Tribune is a fine, upstanding paper. And no, I don't want to be a secretary. But it would be none of your business if I did.
Temper, temper, missy. I thought you reporters were supposed to stay objective.
Objective doesn't mean without opinions or loyalties, Detective.
Well, all I have to say is I'd like to see you in the middle of a catfight, lassie. You'd win, claws down. New York's police force truly is the finest in the world, and don't you forget it, lassie. It's all right if you like that sort of thing. I think it's a waste of time myself. I'd rather be down at the pub knocking one back with me buddies. Mark my words, lassie. I'll have every one of those dens of iniquity closed up by the end of this year.